The Xbox One has undergone constant evolution and improvements ever since it was announced back in May of 2013.
Last year, the smaller, more powerful Xbox One S released, and last month, the downright beastly Xbox One X was unleashed upon the world.
Whether you're buying a gift for the Xbox fan in your life or you're an Xbox fan yourself, there's a lot to consider this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we brought our resident Xbox expert, Dave Luke, to tell us about some of the coolest new games you can pick up for the Xbox One right now. Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, now Dave, you've been a gamer for pretty much your entire life, right? And you've been with GameStop for a long time, you worked in the stores, you were a district leader, and now you're in the main office. You've covered a lot of ground.
Yep, that's all true. I've been around the block a few times, and I love games. That's actually why I've done all of those things. I own pretty much every gaming system, even the classics. I love retro gaming, but I've probably spent the majority of my time with my Xbox One X for this generation of consoles, so that's why I'm here to talk about it.
Awesome. So what's the first game we're going to take a look at today?
I want to talk about Forza Motorsport 7.
Boom.
It's one of the most popular racing series that's been made in the last few years. It's a simulation racer. It's ultra-realistic sound, control, and visuals. It's everything you'd want in a racing game for those that are car enthusiasts. It's got over 700 licensed vehicles. It's got more than 30 real-world tracks. It's got original tracks. It's playable on Xbox One S, Xbox One X with enhanced 4K HDR. Anyone can play this. It's just absolutely a fantastic game. It's fun for everybody. It's rated E for everyone, so the whole family can enjoy it together. Or you can just play it online with your friends by yourself at home, whatever you want.
Man, I feel like Forza is good for any racing fan or any car fanatic. It's a must-have.
Absolutely.
All right, what else do you have for us?
A great game came out, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. So they released a sequel called Shadow of War this year. It takes place in the Lord of the Rings universe. It's between The Hobbit and Fellowship of the Ring, so it's sort of that story gap that hasn't been told in the movies yet. And it's open-world action RPG. There's real-time combat. It's really just sort of the action game that Lord of the Rings fans have been wanting. In the first game, people loved that Nemesis system, right? You could build deep adversarial relationships with other characters in the game. And it was based on your actions and your choices within the game itself, which people love to have that sort of freedom to explore and play how they want to play and really make the game their own. Well, the Nemesis system is back. It's improved over the last game, and it's really a more robust experience. And of course, this one is also enhanced for the Xbox One X, because why wouldn't it be?
Nice.
It's also on PS4, and it's rated M for mature.
Man, that sounds great. I'm so excited they brought the Nemesis. I mean, it just sounds like it's going to be so much better, you know?
It's crazy whenever the orcs like show back up and you're like, I thought I killed that guy.
Well, okay, so take us from Middle-earth to ancient Egypt.
Assassin's Creed.
Boom.
One of my favorite franchises. It's a super popular stealth action series for maybe those of you that live under a rock or have never played a video game before. This has been around for a while, but if you want to get into the series, this is a great jumping on point. It's actually a prequel. It takes place in ancient Egypt, like you said, and it really tells you sort of how this whole universe came to be. It's great for longtime fans of the franchise. New fans, like I mentioned, can just jump in and really have an open world to explore just like the rest of us. You've actually now got the ability to find different weapons, and they've got varying levels of rarity, kind of like in a game like Borderlands or Destiny, where you've got different reasons to pick up and try new weapons and see what they can do for you and how they play and how they'll react within the game itself, which is kind of a new thing to Assassin's Creed, but I think a welcome change to the series. Again, enhanced for Xbox One X. It's also on PlayStation 4, and also not for the kids. It's
So
rated
you're
M.
graduating up from your classic sword and crossbow kind of action.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. What else do we have? Getting a little spooky?
Yeah, even though we just missed Halloween,
Right.
we can still talk about Evil Within too.
Of course we can.
Yeah, everyone
Always
loved
do
the
that.
first game. It was one of those games that kind of took people by surprise, even though everyone kind of hoped it would be good. It was made by the people that did Resident Evil. It was a great, fun survival horror game, and they've really upped the ante on this one a little bit. You're still fighting monsters. You're searching for your missing daughter, but there are some psychological elements to this game. Even the world around you will change and morph while you're playing it.
So cool.
Yeah, but unlike the first game, you can kind of play this one how you want to as well. You can play it sort of stealthily and hide from your enemies and not engage in combat, or if you want, you can just go in guns blazing and kill everything. It's really up to the player to decide, which is sort of what we all want now anyway, right? It's kind of like playing a horror movie.
Yeah,
I guess, for lack of a better way to explain it.
Yeah.
But it's also on PlayStation 4, like the games we've already discussed, except for Forza, and this one clearly rated M for mature.
And what I like about like Evil Within and Assassin's Creed and even Shadow of War, I like that these companies are getting so much better at consequences. So you can choose how you want to play, but there'll also be consequences depending on how you choose.
Yeah.
So that's pretty rad.
And just switch gears for us all together here and finish us off with a nice wrestling game.
WWE. Who doesn't love to oil up, put on some tights, and wrestle, right? I guess maybe not everybody. But for those that just want to do it a little bit easier, you can pick up WWE 2K18 for Xbox One X. It's the official and the only official pro wrestling game that has the WWE wrestlers and the presentation and all those things that come along with it for those that really want an authentic experience. It's got more superstars than they've ever had in a WWE game before. Both current and legendary. So if you want to play Hulk Hogan, you can do that. There's a story mode called My Career. You can play your way through a WWE career. You win matches, you work your way up in the ranks, you have relationships with other superstars. So again, sort of that kind of play the game how you want to play it, experience it in your own way type of feel as you go through that story mode. You can create characters, arenas, and videos. And there's the Road to Glory mode, where you can play online and unlock items. There's boosts and upgrades, and sort of the coolest thing about it is that you can participate in events that are happening concurrently in the real world. So an event happens on SmackDown, and you can have an experience in your game that mirrors that or ties into that, which is pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they're really tying it with the real world.
I have a ton of wrestling friends, or friends that are fans of wrestling, and man, those people, they are passionate about their fandom.
Oh, yeah.
They really are.
Great.
They really are. I have a lot of friends too that are diehard WWE fans.
I love it.
They
They're the
love this
best.
game. They absolutely do, and for good reason.
Yeah.
It's also on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, and this one's rated T for teen.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Very nice. So, Dave, I understand you've got one more pretty special game for us here. Tell us about that.
And I'm really excited about this one myself. It's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Game Preview Edition. This one really took the PC gaming world by storm last year. They sold 20 million copies of this on PC, and now it's coming to Xbox One X on December 12th. For those that don't know, it's a massive multiplayer shooter. They just drop 100 people onto an island, and the last person standing is the winner. You can choose to just grab some weapons and go at everybody guns blazing. You can go find a tree to hide in and just wait it out until maybe there's only a handful of people left that you think you can pick off from a distance. The choice is really up to you and how you want to choose to play the game. And like I said, the last person standing is the winner. It's enhanced for Xbox One X. It's also an Xbox One console exclusive, and there's a lot of shooting and violence, so this one's probably not for the kids.
sure. Yeah, probably keep it to a more adult audience,
Yeah.
maybe?
Sounds awesome. And Dave, man, this is a lot of games you've covered.
Yeah.
But great news, we're not done yet. After the break, Dave is going to show us the newest Xbox One hardware and accessories. So stick with us.
See you in a second.